Hi guys. So first things first, c- comment of the week, and drum roll please. Comment of the week goes to Robert X under Jesus' death and 3 hours of darkness. So congratulations, Robert X. And he says, but you forget that we always can plug in God to smoothen things. A full moon, so no eclipse? God did it. The flood makes no sense? God did it. Empty grave? God did it. Civilizations destroyed by God that we know just lived on after they were destroyed? God must have changed his mind. Don't bring up that God can't make mistakes or change his mind. Errors in the Bible? God did it. Wait, goodbye. Great video. Thank you, Robert, and thank you for your sense of humor. I enjoy that very much. Um, and yeah, you're right. So anyway, today in history. I don't even have to go to the history books, people. Today is a momentous day in history. November 7th, 2020. And I usually don't get political on this channel, and I'm not going to give you my opinion other than to say thank goodness. But Joe Biden is the president-elect of the United States of America. But even more momentous than the Joe Biden win is that we have our first vice president-elect black woman, Kamala Harris. So congratulations to both of them. You have done very well, and it was a long time in coming, and that's all I'm going to say about it, other than to say it is a momentous day in history. And now, going on to the topic of the day. Genesis 12. God chooses Abram. The Lord had said to Abram, go from your country and your people and your father's household to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse. And all peoples on earth will be blessed through you. So Abram went as the Lord had told him, and Lot went with Abram. He was 75 years old when he set out from Haran. He took his wife Sarai, his nephew Lot, all the possessions they had accumulated, and the people they had acquired in Haran, and they set out for the land of Canaan, and they arrived there. Abram traveled through the land as far as the site of the great tree of Morah at Shechem. At that time, the Canaanites were in the land. The Lord appeared to Abram and said, "To your offspring I will give this land." So he built an altar there to the Lord who had appeared to him. From there, he went on toward the hills east of Bethel and pitched his tent with Bethel on the west and Ai on the east. There he built an altar to the Lord and called on the name of the Lord. Then Abram set out and continued toward the Negev. And I just want to stop here. First of all, there was no Abram. Get that out of the way. There was no Abram, at least not as depicted in the Bible. If there was an Abraham, he was most likely a chieftain. Not this Abram that you see in the Bible. So, first of all, get that out of your head. Abram, as he appears in the Bible, never existed. Well, of course the Canaanites, dwelt in the land of Canaan. Duh. That's why they're called Canaanites. And for those of you who have not been watching my Emergence of Israel series, the Israelites were Canaanites. Some of them came from what are known as the Sea Peoples. Some of them may have been the Hyksos. However, the Israelite movement was an internal Canaanite movement for the most part. And if you want more information, I have a series. It's called The Emergence of Israel. Moving on. Verse 10. Now there was a famine in the land, and Abram went down to Egypt to live there for a while because the famine was severe. As he was about to enter Egypt, he said to his wife Sarai, "I know what a beautiful woman you are. When the Egyptians see you, they will say, 'This is his wife.' Then they will kill me, but will let you live. Say you are my sister, so that I will be treated well for your sake, and my life will be spared because of you." When Abram came to Egypt, the Egyptians saw that Sarai was a very beautiful woman. And when Pharaoh's officials saw her, they praised her to Pharaoh, and she was taken into his palace. He treated Abram well for her sake, and Abram acquired sheep and cattle, male and female, donkeys, male and female servants, and camels. But the Lord inflicted severe diseases on Pharaoh and his household because of Abram's wife Sarai. So Pharaoh summoned Abram. "What have you done to me?" he said. "Why didn't you tell me she was your wife? Why did you say, 'She is my sister,' so that I took her to be my wife? Now then, here is your wife. Take her and go." Then Pharaoh gave orders about Abram to his men, and they sent him on his way with his wife and everything he had. That's the end of the chapter, by the way. Okay, my question is, Abram lied to Pharaoh, saying she was a sister. Now in the next chapter, there's a a really weird explanation. She is my sister. She's my half sister. Well, that doesn't make the God of the Old Testament look any better, because basically he's saying incest is okay, but leaving that alone for the time being, because that's the next chapter. She was his wife. Whether or not it was an incestuous marriage or not does not negate the fact that she was in fact his wife. Now, why would God choose a liar to be the head of his chosen nation of Israel? Because God said he hates liars. Now, let me be very clear. I don't think the God of the Bible exists. Hi, Nathan Artwork. I'm fine. How are you today? New chapter in history, buddy. New chapter in history. So happy. So, this is only one of the reasons I don't believe in the God of the Bible. He is logically impossible. He says he hates liars on the one hand, yet on the other hand, he chooses a liar to be what the Bible considers the most important nation on the face of the earth, which would be Israel. But again, Israel isn't all that important in history when you look at things. It's just not. Not even the United Kingdom of, Solomon, which I'm going to get into shortly in my series, The Emergence of Israel. But even then, Israel was not a major player on the world scene. And, we already know that through dating and all that good stuff, that most of the Bible wasn't written when it says it was written. In fact, if you look in 1 Kings, I think it is, in the reign of Josiah, that is the first historic mention of the book of the law, which we believe to be the quote-unquote law of Moses. Now, law of Moses never existed, okay? Let's get that out of your head right now. Law of Moses never existed. What probably happened was these people were rebuilding the temple, because Josiah said, rebuild the temple, and they found a few things, and then they built a story around it. That's probably how it happened. So, and, if you're a Christian, I don't care. I really don't. History says your book is wrong. Now, if you want to say, well, it might be I don't take it literally. I take it more metaphorically. That's fine. I don't care if you do that. I'm not a Christian anymore. But to say that all of these things took place is not true. And I don't know how many times we have to tell you that it's not true. When I started looking into my faith, I really wanted to remain a Christian. I was like, okay, I'm going to prove to myself that this is true. Guess what? It wasn't. And most of us, ex-Christians, most of us, not all of us, but most of us, are taking, kicking, and screaming because we want to hold on to our delusions. But because we are honest people, and because we cannot lie to ourselves, we end up giving the delusion up for reality. And that's just how it goes. And I don't care if you're a Christian. I really don't. And, as long as you don't try to convert me, as long as you don't advocate for the death of people, as long as you pretty much keep your views to yourself, I don't really care. That's just my view, So, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Just leave us alone. Because most atheists, not all, but most atheists used to be Christian. And trust me, we know the Bible better than you do. That's why we're not Christians anymore. So, anyway, so I'm gonna go. You have yourselves a wonderful day. Congrats to Robert X again. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a very wonderful day. And I'll see you soon. Bye.